URT. Who are we? URT. This is the URT. You are the URT. Big up the URT. Smash a like for the URT, people. Welcome to the URT, people. Big up. Yeah, we're live. We're live and direct, people. We're live and direct. Big up Jamie Wayne. Big up King Sol. Big up and love and light. We got a packed, ram-packed show for you tonight. Trust me. We're going to get into the preview. Chelsea, Manchester United, 5 o'clock tomorrow at Old Trafford. We're going to be talking about how Jim flew in on a helicopter to a scheduled meeting, looking at the data. You know, the data says Manchester United are shit. That's what the data says. Data says we're 14th. How about that for a data? We're going to also, today, this evening, there's some clips coming out of Manchester United former players meet-up thing where man like Jason Wilcox is gaslighting the fan base. We had to change so much. The club is so big. Water is wet and what? But anyway, we got all of that coming up for you. Hopefully some of the boys might be joining me. Or we could do it solo. We can do it me and you, just me and you. But big up to everyone on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Easy now. Let me just hit you with a intro. Big up the URT. Welcome back, people. Welcome back to the show. I don't know what the hell is going on with my camera tonight. Seriously, camera is having a nightmare. I don't know what's going on with the camera, man. But big up to the people. Love and light. I don't know genuinely what's going on, people. But big up and love. Some technical issues. Some technical issues, people. Some technical issues. We got some technical issues, but you can see us now. Big up to the people, man. Big up the massive. Big up the people. You can see us now, people. You can see us now. How about that? We can straighten that out just a little bit. There we go, people. Technical issues, people. Everything falling apart. Big up to Carla saying, big up doing some notes if you need them. Yeah, 100%. I might need them, but let me know what notes they are. Big up to everybody. Cantana, Canada, Red in the house. Shout out Nurin. Yo, big up Giorgio, man. Big up everybody. Liked. People like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Smash the likes, people. Let's be having you. Let's be having you. So it's the preview tonight, people. It's the preview. Preview. Manchester United versus Chelsea. Preview. Yeah, honestly, it's a big game. It's a huge game for Manchester United and for Amorim and for those players. It's a huge, huge game. About Jim and Wilcox. Yeah. Big up to you. Yeah, Carla. Big up. Actually, yeah, bring them in. Let's talk about them. So we'll do we'll do it in opposite order to how I posted it. Let me see what I'm posting actually. So we'll let the people know. We're live, people. We're live. So let's talk about Wilcox. Bring the quotes up from Wilcox, please, Carla. Big up to you. We're not going to win. Facts. Listen, we got to stay hopeful, people. Manchester United have been living in a prayer for the last 13 years, people. John Bon Jovi. We are John Bon Jovi settings, people. John Bon Jovi settings. That's who we are, people. That is who we are as a crew and as a people. We are living on a John Bon Jovi. John Bon Jovi, mate. That's what we're living on. We're living on a prayer. Living on a prayer. Whoa, whoa. We're not even halfway there, people. But Jason Wilcox is telling you we're halfway there. So he's given an interview to Manchester United Ex-Players Association, kind of like a meet-up in a bar, and he came to speak to them. And yeah, we are what we are. Big up Nuruddin. Come to Dagestan, broski. Are you in Dagestan? Oh, big up, man. Big up. Like this. Are you in Dagestan? I'm hearing so many great things about Dagestan, man. 100%, bro. Maybe next summer. Big up to everybody. Please, those of you not subscribed to the channel or not like the video, please like the video straight away. But big up Carla. Carla said, Wilcox, this summer business. We made some really good signings. But sometimes taking out players out of the squad is just as important as the players you bring in. Tell me something I don't know. Zero mention about the midfield. Yes, exactly. Exactly. We're not good in the defense in the final third only. Yeah, the final third merchants, man. Final third merchants. I mean, what kind of a director of football is he if he's not going to talk about we need to improve the midfield? We're going to try to change the culture and bring respect back to Manchester. We're going to bring respect back to Manchester United. You know how you bring respect back to Manchester United? Make sure Manchester United don't finish 15th. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, man. You make sure that Manchester United do not finish 15th. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Pick up Antante. Yo, pick up. He's back. He's back with a bang. Let me ask. Making sure Manchester United do not finish 15th. That's how you do it. Making sure Manchester United have got midfielders that can actually play. Making sure that you bring about stability and structure to the lineup as a director of football. Making sure that that's how you bring respect back. All this about respect at Manchester United when we're shit. Who's going to respect the team when they're shit? Ain't nobody respecting nobody when we're shit. Although, to be honest, we sounded like a pretty real dude, not like Potato Head who just waffles. Nah, Brad, nah. It's different ways, innit? Certain people, but I respect your opinion, bro. But I thought he was gaslighting, man. He was waffling. And to me, that's the most hilarious thing I've ever heard. Bring respect back. What respect? What respect? Respect being fucking shit, taking us to a place we've never finished. Since we went down in 1970s, and only those days you play for 2 points, not for 3 points. Yeah, Jim the Rat, man, Jim the Rat Glazer, Jim the Rat Glazer, Jim the Rat Glazer, man. What are your thoughts, Casemiro centre back? Casemiro centre back. That guy can't move to save his life. You want to concede more goals by putting Casemiro. He can't time challenges. He is so slow and is unbelievable. What do you want? Who do you support? You sound like a criminal, you do, with that. That's a criminal statement, that is. That is an absolute... You want Manchester United to concede more goals. People, I'm gonna have to ask you to like the video. And you have to like the video, people. We're not asking you to do anything else. We're shadow banned. YouTube does not want us to talk about Palestine when we're supposed to be talking about football or sport. So please, smash the likes on the video, subscribe to the channel, and while we're there, end the genocide. F Zionism. We keep it 100% on here. Wilcox say here, I really felt it will not, I really feel it's not well we win again. It's when are we going to win a game? Yeah, I could say that too. Saeed's been saying that. And I told him 8 years ago, we're not going anywhere, man. Forget seeing the Premier League anytime soon. And these are the times when we're finishing 20 points behind the leaders, finishing second place, not when we're finishing 15th place. Remember that, people. I wish everything I say is wrong about this football club. I wish everything I say is wrong about this football club. But I'm sorry. I'm not going to ignore what's right in front of my eyes. I'm not. But yeah, he's gaslighting, man. Wilcox to me looked like he was gaslighting. I understand. The only true thing he said is it's going to take some time. But why don't you start? Instead of trying to sprint, why don't you start actually structuring a team in a way that make sure you don't lose too many games and make sure you've got a hope in chance of winning and actually sustaining attacks and improving in that midfield. It is what it is. Yeah, big up, man. Big up to every one of you. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. It is what it is. It is what it is. Big up to the people, them. Big up to the people, them. Big up to the people, them. Listen, at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's different points of views. Everybody's opinion is valid, but I'm not going to lie to you. You know what, after you watch this, go and watch the video I did with Saeed. I asked a question. And I said to Saeed, when do you think we're going to win? I don't think so. I didn't realize that how big the club was, even though I competed against the club and players. And as a player and as a coach, the club is just a wonderful football club, and I'm extremely privileged. That's what I'm talking about, the gaslighting. Who gives a damn about what your privilege means? Who gives a damn? I pray we get the opportunity to turn it around. You've had 18 months, pal, and the midfield is still shit. How about that? How about that? You've had 18 months, and the midfield is still shit. Big up Prince. Sorry. Princell. He says, we'll get it right with the next manager. We're already going well with the squad recruitment. Amorim was a mistake. Expensive mistake, my friend. I see fans predicting a loss to Roma. What a joke we've become. Yeah, 100%. Because majority of the fans were all predicting we were going to beat Man City. And that's when it's worrying. When you get worried, is that when United fans are all saying we're going to win, we're going to win. Nah, mate, that's when I get worried. I hope we do. I hope we do. I hope we do, but we have to test the goalkeeper. I'm asking you the question now. In the last 4 games, in the Premier League, how many times did we test the keeper? Arsenal keeper made 1 good save. That was from Cunha. Fulham goalkeeper made 2 saves, if I'm not mistaken. And Cunha really should have scored, but he made 1 good save. Burnley keeper, he didn't make that many saves, to be fair to you. Man City, Donnarumma only made 1 good save. So let's talk about it. We've only scored 1 goal from open play. What does that tell you? Yeah, big up to you. I appreciate you, Carla. Big up. Carla, are you on X? Let me know if you're on X. Let people know to follow you. Big up to everybody, man. Big up Jamie Way. Nura, I signed baleba and Wharton on FC 26. Oh, big up to you. So who are you playing with them? Are you playing 3? Are you playing with those 2 and Kobe Mainu? That's the perfect midfield. Kobe Mainu and those 2. That's the perfect midfield, bro. Yeah, people, smash the likes. Subscribe to the channel. That's how it is, people. But yeah. Chelsea. Tomorrow, mate, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens tomorrow. Big up, Garnacho going to get it tomorrow. His white horse teeth and that Dunya Dibley fridge is gonna get exposed. Dwayne Dibley fridge. Dwayne Dibley fridge, you know, I can't believe this. I get why people talk about Omar Barada. To me, it shows that he has no actual power if Ratcliffe flies in to have one-to-one with him, and Ratcliffe decides everything. Barada is talking head. Yeah. Yeah. Get these likes up, people. Yeah, let's get the likes up. Get the likes up. I'm gonna put it out to the I'm gonna put it out to a poll because you know me, I think he was gaslighting. So here we go. Do you think Wilcox is gaslighting the fan base? Fan base. Yeah, have your say on it, people. Have your say on it. That's what we have. It's a democracy here. Have your say. If you don't think so, then you don't think so. But here, every time we go live, we have a poll. We're always gonna have a poll, people. So please, the only thing I ask you is just smash it on the poll and smash the likes. Smash the poll and smash the like. Let's get to 100 likes ASAP, people. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get to 100 likes. Let's do it. Big up man like Luani.
Big up, my friend.
How you doing, bro?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, man. I'm good. Happy to see you happy, my friend. Nordin, what do you think the Glazers that will be done with a club and leave it to someone competent? Nordin, when do you think the Glazers at Ineos will leave it? I don't see it. If they get that stadium built, I don't see them ever leaving. It's a money bringing. It's gonna be a cash cow for both Ineos and the Glazers. That's what you on there, Carla? What are you on there? What's your handle? Yeah, bro, it's a great place. We have mountains and everything. Big up, man. I like that. It's called this. It's called the Sea Light. It's the great, bro. Mountains and Casipik. It's called Sea. Okay, big up to you, bro. Big up to you, Latif. Big up to you, Lafis. Lafis. Is that your name? Big up to you, bro. If Lemons don't play, it will be a disgrace. Big up to you, Lesso. How we doing, bro? Big up to the people. Big up to everybody. Big up to Luani. Big up to Lesso. Yeah, big up, people. Listen, we've just been talking about the bit. People are getting big up to Theory as well. Everybody join us. Everybody's here tonight. We've just been talking about the Wilcox comments. I don't know if both of you have seen Jason Wilcox comments. He was he got invited to come and talk at an event that is for players who used to play for Manchester United. It's like a evening at a bar, in a restaurant or something like that, in a bar where they interview somebody and they're having drinks, music, and all of that type of stuff. And he was basically saying that the club is big, the club is this. So he says here, I didn't realize how big the club was, even though I've competed against this club as a player and as a coach. This club is just wonderful football, and I'm extremely privileged. Yeah, my midfield is shit, and he took me to 15th, pal. You've been here for 15 months, so talking to somebody who gives a shit. Wilcox, I really feel it's not when we will win a game, it's when are we going to win a game. And then my favorite one, it was this. I highlight that. We've got to try change the culture and bring respect back to Manchester United. So what is he waffling about? Respect is 15th, yeah? So respect is 15th. That was so shit. That's gaslighting to me. If you want to bring respect back to Manchester United, you fix that midfield, you fix that football club. You don't hire somebody like Amorim who's out of his depth. But anyway, I just thought I'd update you both. But Luani, talk to me, man. Jason Wilcox, you having him or what?
I'm having him. Jason Wilcox, what do you want him to say, Nordin? He's employed by Jim Radcliffe, and he have to say all the writing. Um, he's just a walking PR right now. I don't blame him. His job is very important for him, and he have to say everything he needs to say to keep his job. When it comes to the fact that he said that we're going to come back and we're going to be a bigger club again. I agree with him. I'm very optimistic. I'm having him.
Big up Luwadi. Luwadi likes to get gaslighted. Big up to Luwadi. Go ahead, Lesso. How you doing, man? How's South Africa? Is it warm yet? Is it warm?
Yeah, it's quite warm now. It's this we've just hit spring, so yeah, I'm just adjusting to it. Obviously, with the sinuses and everything, um, but yeah, we keep moving. We keep moving. Big up to the chat. Big up to everyone. Big up to you guys as well.
Thanks.
Talk to me here about Wilcox. You're buying the Wilcox, yeah? You're buying what he said.
Listen, man. I mean, when it comes to these guys, I don't even look at the comments anymore. It's best you don't do that, because you're just gonna get gaslighted. These guys are here for a quick buck. Most of them don't even deserve the positions that they have. They know they don't even deserve to be here themselves. So listening to them talk, man, I mean, it really doesn't add any value, to be honest, to my life. So I try and avoid, listening to such comments, coming from them, especially
Because
after
the
what
results are on
they've
the
done.
football pitch, yeah?
Yeah, we only care about results. We only care about the results at this point.
And the performance on the football pitch. I agree with you. Big up Windy. Windy asked, was the event Wilcox spoke of with former players the same group that United could have fund? Yes. 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 Yes, it was. Yes, it is. Yeah. Big up to everybody. Please, let's get
Nordin.
right. That's what he
Nordin.
said. This was the most interesting quote he said. This is the most interesting quote he said, which I thought, interesting. What does he mean by this? He said, I hope we get the opportunity to, what did he say? Yeah, here we go. I pray, he said, I pray we get the opportunity to turn it around. What does that mean? I pray we get the opportunity to turn it around. You've been here for 18 fucking months. I was talking like he's been here. He's been here for 4 days.
Like I said, he's here to sell hope. I don't blame him. What else do we have? By him saying that doesn't mean that he doesn't know what stage, he doesn't acknowledge what stage we are in and the issue that are going at the club. But he cannot be the reflection of negativity. Being part of the leadership, he always he had to portray or paint a picture of hope, and that's what he's doing. He's using his word very carefully. He said, "I pray." So yeah, I pray as well that we come back. As long as they start sifting money out of the club, we will be fine. But the reason why I'm having Wilcox and Berada and he's the other guy the whole board is because over the past we have complained. We complain a lot about having non-football people at the realm with Woodward and his acolyte. Now they clearly gone, and Wilcox and Vivel are football people. You just have to check their pedigree. So being football people, I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt, even if the leadership that bring them in um, is not trustworthy. Let's give them the time to see if they can fix this.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We'll move on to Amorim. Ben, did you hear it? Did you see the Jason Wilcox? Big up to you. How you doing?
Big up, man. Big up, Lesso. Big up, Luwani. Big up to yourself, Nerden. Big up the chat. You know the drill, people. Hit the likes and free Palestine. Yeah, man, I'm good, man. Just packing with the missus for tomorrow for early flight over to Mane. over to Mana
Make sure
tomorrow.
you bring the umbrella. The weather is supposed to be.
Oh, is that
terrible.
right?
Yes.
Is that right? Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Now
It's supposed to be a washout. It's supposed to be a washout
wash
tomorrow.
out. Well, she'll be the babysitter tomorrow, man, because it's basically I was the taxi driver in her last wee birthday, so obviously she'll be babysitting me tomorrow in regards to me having a few drinks in me at the special bar. I'm always at the, what do you call that fucking bar just down the road to the right? Is it Blaze? Bishop Blaze? Is it?
Yeah,
Bishop Blaze.
Place,
Yeah, that's I usually go there just for a few drinks and head over to the theater.
To the
theater,
game,
but
Bless
keep
you,
well, man. Big up everyone. Big up everyone.
Bless you.
Yeah. Big up, Ben. Big up, Ben, man. Big up, Ben. Did you see the Jason Wilcox quotes?
I did not. No, I haven't seen anything related to
So he basically, just to summarize, he got invited to the players, like ex-players of Manchester United, kind of like get together function, and they asked him a couple of questions. He's waffling about how Manchester United is so big. Manchester United at this. We had to change this. We had to change that. We had to do so much. The club is so big. He's like, never mind the people. I watched the actual video of it. It's about, I think it's 15 minutes of a video. But I watched the video of it. And he's just waffling for a large part. He's talking about his playing days and all of that kind of stuff. And then he's basically saying, yeah, forget the redundancies. You're talking about 500 people who lost their fucking job, you dickhead. Forget about the redundancies. Anyway, showing himself for what he is. And then he basically says, it's not a matter of when. It's not a matter of when are we going to win. It's not when we're going to win or not. It's when we're going to win again.
Right, okay, yeah.
And then he basically says, like, he respects the club so much, and they're trying to build respect again for the club. I'm like, how are you showing respect? You want to respect the club when we finish fucking 15? I just don't understand that. So for me, it was like a gaslighting. But big up Luani. Luani sees it different. He's buying all the BS. Let's stop buying it either. And then the last comment was really interesting. He says, I pray we get the opportunity. I pray we get the opportunity to bring it back again or something like that. So this is what he said about changing the culture. We've got to try and change the culture and bring the respect back to Manchester United. So he's saying if you're a player here or a player from the outside, people from the inside or the outside, you have to bring that back. But the last comment was that we pray to get the chance. I don't know. But big up to everybody. And people get involved in the post. So I asked the question, is he gaslighting us? Do you think Wilcox is gaslighting the fan base? 86% yes, 13% are saying no. But anyway, people, let's get to 100 likes ASAP, people. We're shadow banned. It's not our fault. They try to silence us. You know how this world has become. The world has become, people are just trying to get absolutely silenced. So the least you could do, smash the like, and let's get to 100 likes ASAP. Let's get into the Amorim. We'll do the preview at the end of the game, but let's do the Amorim. So Amorim basically has come out. I think this was funny and quite gutsy. Amorim said, I spoke with him, Jim, Omar, and Jason, trying to see all the data. But before that, he said something else. Let me get the original quote. He said something else. He said that he was getting offered a new contract. I thought it was funny. He said, was going to see because I was going to get offered a new contract. That's what he said. Here we go. He says, Amorim asked about his meeting with, Jim the Rat Glazer this week. New contract. He was offering me laps. No, it was just the normal things to offer to support normal times. I spoke with him and Omar and Jason Wilcox. And Amorim said, I spoke with him, Omar, Jason, tried to see all the data around the team. So normal meeting, we had several, but in this moment, it's normal people to pay attention to that. So apparently this meeting was planned. Yeah, it was dated. It was put in it was a planned meeting. And then he just started waffling. I don't know if you saw his press conference presser, but he was waffling on about he's like, we need to be critical of defending the box and then scoring goals on the other side. I'm like, that's what football's about. Football is about. Can we keep things out? Don't tell me anything that you've been working on in between that. It's, as a team, can you keep it, not concede goals, and can you score more goals than the opposition? Football's always been about that. That's the rules of the game. Now, certain times you win, certain times you lose, certain times you draw. But that is what football is about. And obviously, also about that, you got to have midfield that can allow you to defend properly, and a midfield that can sustain the ball up the pitch to give you the opportunities to score more goals. But anyway, he started talking about XG and all this waffle, but I go back to Luani. I just thought it was a lot of waffle. I mean, at 10:30 tonight, in about an hour, the second part of that thing will be coming out. But talk to me, Luani. You take it first. Did you see the presser at all? Amorim'S presser?
I didn't see the presser. I just literally walking. But if he's making jokes out of being offered a new contract, I actually will give him credit because we all need a little laugh. The fan, we need a little laugh. His players need a little laugh. So I will give him credit for lightening up the mood a little bit. But the pressure is real though, and that will not change. That episode will not change that. Him talking about the fact that we need to defend. I mean, he can say anything he wants, but he already came out last week and said he's not going to change anything in the system. And when a coach come out and blatantly everybody is admitting that your system is the issue, and you say you're not going to change anything, you literally sending a signal to every coach that you're playing that already have a preset plan for your system. You're telling them that you're not going to do anything different. So I bet you Maresca is sitting there right now. He already know how he's going to play us. He know that he's going to stack up the midfield. He have all the options. He can invert whoever he want. He can invert Rhys James, Kukurea, Cole Palmer can come in. Joao Pedro can get into the midfield. So Amorim needs to take a look at himself. And if he's talking about the problem that we have, guess who have the power to fix those problems? Him. So he should just stop talking and then start fixing the problem.
Go ahead, Letso.
Yeah, man. I mean, with everything, like I said, man, it's very tiring, mentally exhausting, to even try and put yourself in the position that the manager is in, anyways. You know, um, just judging by the press conference and everything. I mean, I don't take anything seriously, to be honest. At this point, I think he knows he's cooked. He's just playing along with it, and and he will get his payout. Whether we like it or not, or whether Ineos are trying to drag this out. I don't know for what reason, but he knows he's done. He's playing the game right now at this point. Managers have been here before. We've seen it with Tanakh. We've seen it with these guys. All of these guys, just before they know when they're done. I think some of that meeting, I think some things were said. Probably was given a couple of games to maybe turn this around, or maybe they told him that, and he knows he's not gonna do that anyways. He's resigned to actually losing his job. In all honesty, if you watch him carefully, if you watch the body language, the way he speaks, he's no longer he's not longer that person who's coming in and and who's reassured of himself. So with all that being said, I don't really take a lot of what he says too seriously. That's why I'm not even gaslighted, like most people are. He knows where he's at. So yeah, it's only a matter of time, guys. And it is what it is. That's reality. We have to deal with reality at some point. I know some people are still thinking that we're gonna turn this around. There's nothing we, and by all means, it doesn't mean that I'm saying that we sack this manager and everything's gonna be all rosy again. No, that's not what I mean. A new manager can come in and he may struggle a little bit, but he may do better slightly because of better tactics and obviously picking a more balanced team and so forth. But the ownership, guys, as long as these guys are here, there's no future. Like people must just accept that there is no future as long as these guys are here. We at best, I think people are hoping for that miracle, win out of nowhere when we win a Premier League or something or a Champions League. It's not gonna happen, unfortunately. These guys don't rebuild, and they don't know what rebuilding means. Anyone who suggests a rebuild at Manchester United is sacked. Our sporting director found out the hard way. And before him, Ralph Ragnick was the other one, was the casualty. So it runs deep. This runs deep. So I mean, it is what it is, guys. At this point, I know the guy is gonna go. It's just a matter of when they're gonna sack him. But I'm not really excited about anything that we do after this because these guys don't have a clear plan. Have you ever heard of any plan that they've had? Like any solid plan down to the T as to what they are trying to do or achieve? Nothing. So guys, unfortunately, this is gonna be a very hard road for people going forward. And it's best you make your I see how Nuruddin always laughs when Saeed whenever we whenever we concede goals or whenever when we're doing so bad, like it's either that or be miserable at some point. It's
Nah, man,
those
I'm
kind
not
of
having it.
laughs.
I'm not being miserable. You know the song about "We seen it all"? That's my lifetime, bro. I've seen United win everything. I have the gratitude for that. But when we were so far ahead, to see this club in this way, it's the craziest thing ever. So I have to laugh. Big up to Joshua says, Nora, talk about how overuse of Cunha and the burnout will cause his injury, that kick and run nature of Bruno made in free. Listen, to be fair, in football, you can run anywhere. You can't just blame that on Bruno. But I have mentioned before that Cunha and Mbeumo having to come and pick up the ball other than having midfielders that bring them the ball in the last third, where they have to come so deep and bring up the ball and then run. That can cause things. And you already know about how bad our injury prevention department is, that our medical department is. We're getting sued. It's that bad. Go ahead, Ben. You buying any of this stuff from Amorim? Did you see his post today?
Yeah, I did. And you know what, man? I mean, I'm not Amorim's defender or Amorim, mate. I'm glad he actually joked that Jimmy was talking to him about contract. As I said before, me and Jarvis were a late defender of Ten Hag. I said the side several times in call-in shows. I said, look, get a coach in if you want, but there's a far bigger issue with Manchester United other than the manager right now, and we're already seeing it. With one big reason is the captain of our club. The mentality. It's always been about the mentality of the players, mentality that it's a coach's job, and it's also the captain's job to sort the mentality out of this club, and as well as that, the owners, having a nice environment, a nice culture, this propaganda and building a new Carrington, like it's trying to brainwash our fucking heads, man, like saying that the culture's lovely, it's all back to the glory days. I'm not buying this bullshit, man. At the end of the day, if we got new owners, if Bruno was gone out of my club, it'd be a different story. I think I'd say, look here, what are you waiting for? Pull the plug and get him gone. He is statistically our worst manager in history. But at the end of the day, man, I'll be back here again with Eddie Howe. I'll be back again with Areola. I'll be back again with De Zerbi, because one, captain's still here. Two, we're not taking any action with these owners, man. And if it was in Ireland or any other country, it'd be a different fucking story. Because one thing that, and like, because a lot of United fans and Liverpool fans over here, and all the Liverpool fans mock the United fans, says, "You bastards don't take any action at all," whereas we would. And I said, and I kept mocking them by FSG. And look what FSG have just done there in the summer transfer window. But Wirtz, but who else did they buy over 100 million? Isaac. You know, at the end of the day, man, like, the icing's in the icing's on the cake there. You know, what I want, I mean, Amber has no right to be here, but do you know what, man? If I just want the fan base to wake up, and that's my objective. I really could not give a toss where we fucking finished, man. I really couldn't give a toss. If the Super League came back, and like Super League fucking, rumors came out again, man, I'd be happy, because you know what? It allows the fan base to wake up, because that's the only time we've ever woken up as a fan base and actually united together. So until that, until anything, I'm all down for Ruben Amorim to stay for the rest of the season, just as long, as the well, which I know it's never going to happen. Like, I'm going down a tunnel, basically. It's literally a dead end, because this fan base is a fucking joke. They're concussed. We're concussed, and we've been concussed for 20 fucking years, man. But it's not only just the Glazers. It's this fucking, piece of shit Jim Ratcliffe, and like this Wilcox PR. Like, it's just to sink into our brains, man. I'm not buying any of it, man. And do you know what? I think there's very few United fans out there in the world that are like me, that are like yourself, Lesso, that are like yourself, Nurden, and Lawani, that just comments too much about this ownership, man. I'm sick to death of this shit. And do you know what? I want Eddie Howe, but I don't want to ruin Eddie Howe's legacy if Bruno Fernandes is still here, man. I want Eddie Howe to come in.
I genuinely don't think Eddie Howe would have come to us anyway. I think he would say
I know.
No.
But if you, yeah. If you had new owners, Nurden, it'd be a different story, because you want to act like as a big club, and the difference is with Eddie Howe and Areola. I love them both. The difference is Eddie Howe doesn't play with a number 10, whereas Areola does in Tavernier. He plays with a number 10, and I do not want any more systems that requires a cam or a number 10. I'm sick to death of it, man. We've been playing it for so many fucking years. Since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, when he came through and he had Pogba, Matic, and Herrera in the three in the midfield. No, none of them were 10s. None of them were 8s. They were both 8s and 6s. They could do both roles. I want that, man. I'm just sick. I'm sick and tired of this shit, man. And people are saying, "Would you bring Glasner back?" Do you know what, man? It's just we tried doing a new system. It hasn't worked out, man. And we just got to move on, man, and just reset. But in terms of Ruben Amorim, I'm all for him staying for the rest of the season, as much as it pains me to say. But the bigger issue, people, is the fan base. The bigger issue is these vultures.
Go ahead, Lawani.
When it comes to the owners' conversation, I'm going to start dissociating myself little by little from that kind of conversation, because I don't want to go into a dark place. I don't want to start talking in a certain way that you frustrate most of the fan base. Because every time we want to talk about the manager, we want to talk about the owners that brought him here. But when we're talking about the owners, we conveniently try to avoid the people that brought them here as well, and the people that are keeping them here. And core of those people are people that we like and we cherish very much. That's why I'm saying I will not go into that conversation anymore, because then I will have to criticize the people are keeping them here. So, and those are people that we like very much. Now, when it comes to the game tomorrow, I think it's a game that is important to our team, because last week I was referring to the City game as a game that is not crucial to our season, because obviously City is a superior opposition and it's not going to matter if we lose to them or not. But this game right here, I consider Chelsea, regardless of what anybody thinks. That's my opinion, of course. I consider Chelsea is not as a worthy opposition, but we are almost on the same wavelength. I would say. I will also say that they're not further along their development, their project than we are. So I think we are at equal and we can beat them. I'm not asking for Amorim to do a miracle. Our team is in measure to beat them. yes, when you go to the individual player, everybody like to mention Cancedo in the midfield that they have in Cole Palmer, but two people do not make a team. And last week they drew a game to a team that's clearly inferior to them. So why can't we beat them? The only issue here is the coach and the setting, and the fact that he is able to either inspire his players or not. Amorim talking is almost like all his players do not trust him at this point in time. They do not trust the system and the setup, and he's not willing to change it. And the owner already came out last week and give a scathing review of him by saying that his expectation for us is to compete for the Champions League, spot. So from where I'm sitting, that sounds like he's getting ready to fire Amorim. And that also, I'm pretty sure that also fell in the ears of the players. Now, if you're a player, and I make an analogy, it's almost like you're a soldier, and you know that your general is getting called martial next week because of due to incompetence. Is that general going to draw battle plans and lead you into battle? Are you going to want to fight for him, die for him? You guys are just sitting there telling him, hey, you know what? Just try not to get us killed. That's all. So at this point, my concern is that in that game tomorrow, will the players show up and play for Amorim? Did the players still believe in the system? And that's what's going to determine if we win or we lose that game. But as far as importance, this is the game that can derail our season.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't really care about the season, man. I really just don't care. Even if Amorim gets sacked, bring in an interim man. I don't even want a fucking permanent coach. Like, just get him for the rest of the season, and then we just regroup towards the preseason of next season, man. I'm just not here for it, man. I'm really not. I just want, one thing I'm really looking forward is just the next transfer window, and obviously summer as well, man. Even though we don't do anything in January, just want action. That's all I want, man. I'm just hearing talk this, talk that. We're just not taking any action.
See your birthday tomorrow, Ben. See your birthday tomorrow.
No. It's our anniversary tomorrow.
Anniversary.
Me and the missus. Yeah. So
Yeah,
man. 4 years, bro. 4 years tomorrow. Big up, man. Thank you. Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Not engaged yet. Not engaged yet, but.
Sort it out. What are you doing? What are you doing, Ben?
Are we like? Hopefully she's not watching, but soon.
Big up.
All right, I have a question for my brothers on the panel. Do you guys think Chelsea have a superior team to us?
Yes.
Facts.
Yes.
Look at everybody. Look at everybody agreeing. Look at everybody agreeing.
Their defense is shit.
Shit. Yeah.
Their defense and the goalkeeper.
Look at everybody agreeing.
No. Everybody's agreed.
You know what I noticed with you guys. Yeah.
Luwani, in terms of midfield and an attacking players, yes, they do have better players than us.
I would like that as well. What about
no, they don't.
Their defense is shit.
They don't have better players than us in midfield. They don't have better players than us in attack.
Palmer to Bruno, not even a fucking.
Who to Bruno?
Pedro. Have we got anybody who's so good on the ball, holding on the ball?
No. Let's go back to Palmer. Palmer to Bruno.
Have we got anybody?
Light years ahead of him.
Let's go Palmer. Let's go Palmer to Bruno.
They've got better.
I'm not even going to be sarcastic here. I thought Bruno was the best creative midfielder.
Oh my god,
assist galore that ever
Lawani, don't join the dark side. Don't join the dark side.
Palmer is still a young talent developing. In terms of experience, Bruno has more experience.
Oh
Bruno
my
is
god.
an excessive chance creator. So what are we talking about?
Well, what are we talking about? Football's not only on the ball; it's off the ball too.
Make sure they're world champions. Palmer turned up in the biggest game in his time there against Paris Saint-Germain in the US and smashed them. What are you waffling about? If United play Paris Saint-Germain tomorrow, they're gonna get smashed 5 or 6.
Let's get into as
Okay.
well. You're
Look,
so is Caicedo
guys,
better than Ugarte and Casemiro?
He's better than
guys,
everybody.
Yeah, I know what I'm
guys,
saying. Is
let's
Enzo
not,
Fernandez better than all of them? Is Lavia? And I can't
guys.
believe we're actually saying this.
Lavia is not even playing.
Cucurella was outstanding last season. Way better than Dorgu
Gu-
and McDonald's.
Guys,
Way better.
let's calm down. Let's
Nah,
start with Palmer. Cole Palmer
I need to
is
get
a big game player. I
People
agree
smash
with
the
you.
likes on the video. What you doing?
he's a-
Smash the likes,
he's
people.
a-
We're shadow banned. What the hell are you doing, guys? You enjoying the free content? I'm not asking you to I'm not asking
just like
you
if
to be a
you
member.
love Bruno.
Smash the like.
Copa, I don't even read Bruno, but I understand
Okay,
that. I'm not going to read. Yeah.
Luani, we're all gonna shut up. Make your case,
Okay.
lads. Do not say a word. Luani's gonna make his case.
Palmer is a big game player. I understand that. He's a young talent. That's fine. And his influence on Chelsea is undeniable. But there are games in which he goes missing. And I've seen 2-3 games in a row where he goes missing. It happens. Okay. Now, if we take Casemiro and Caicedo is just a younger version of Casemiro. While Casemiro doesn't have an athleticism, yes, Caicedo is one of the best ball retrievers in the world. But what Casemiro doesn't have in athleticism to cover the field, he has that in experience, in abundance. Okay. Now, if you take Enzo Fernandez, I mean, we have Kobe Mino. My point is that if Amorim pick that midfield correctly, it will be balanced enough to counter Chelsea's midfield. Everybody, you guys keep talking to me about Palmer and Caicedo, but they were both playing last game when they draw the game. So what are we talking about here? It's not, if they were that good, they'll be challenging every year. But this is not the case. Midfield play is not a case of individual players. It's always structural. It's always the right balance. So my point is, if Amorim pick the right balance, we can match that midfield of theirs. Now, when it comes to the attack, they don't even have strikers. Joao Pedro is an outstanding striker, but he's not an out-and-out striker. So they have to, when they deploy him, I don't know if it's by system or because of that's just the way he plays. He always drifts in the middle, and they don't have any out-and-out striker. The only out-and-out striker they have is injured. So what else do they have? If you look on the wing, they have Neto, and Neto is an up and down player. He's not consistent. Yes, on the right side, they've been deploying Esteban, but Esteban is still a young talent coming. So you're going to compare Esteban to Amad Diallo? I don't know. So look at the team. Don't look at the name on the team sheet. Just look at the team, the squad that we have. Look at the squad that they have. I think what's playing in their favor is that their system, okay, give them a lot more option than our system. Our system make it look that we don't have enough personnel. Why? When they deploy their system, they can play in so many different ways that it make it look like they have world beaters all over the place. I will not take Cucurella. Cucurella is good, okay? I understand he played for the Spanish team and they won a European Cup. That's okay. But I will not take Cucurella over Dogu. And the reason for that, hear me out, the reason for that is that Maresca played to Cucurella's strength. He have him inverted and taking the ball forward, doing the things he does best. But Dogu is a better defender. Look, I've been watching Cucurella for a few years. He cannot defend to save his life. So let's not hide Chelsea's structural and cohesiveness. Okay, their success in being structurally solid and cohesive. Let's not hide it under the guys that they have better players. I don't think they're that better than us. We just have a bad system, and we're not playing to our players' strength. That's all.
You see, you're missing out there. So Maresca has technically changed the system. I think it was a few months before the end of the season. So originally when he came in, it was Lavia, Caicedo, and Enzo Fernandez in the midfield. Cole Palmer was in the wing, and then it was who was the left winger? I think it was Sancho, or who was the other one? People would help me in the chat. Can't remember the name. Yeah, and it's only just recently few months, Palmer's moved into the midfield. But Palmer, in my opinion, is not a cam. He should not be a cam. A cam's best attributes are the wing, and he always will be a winger in my opinion. And he's this is why his numbers have been ridiculous when he's in the wing. When it comes to the team, I mean Chelsea's centre backs. I mean, yeah, we're beating them with that. Goalkeeper, their goalkeeper's fucking dreadful, Sanchez. But Reece James over Mazraoui, that's a good competition there. I'm not comparing him to fucking Obrigado and Diego Dalot. But Cucurella was out phenomenal last season. Absolutely phenomenal for Chelsea. Overlapping the Sancho a lot last season. I'm not hearing any of this shit, comparison to Dorgu. Dorgu's a young kid. He has a lot of potential. But man, Cucurella's on another planet. And then midfield, I can't believe you. I just can't believe, Amanda. The first thing you mentioned was the midfield, man. Like their midfield is light years ahead, man. Even if Casemiro was in his prime for Champions League, still light years ahead, man. Still light years. Casemiro's not a six. He's more of like he likes getting up in the pitch. He loves getting up in the pitch. Whereas like players like Matic in the past, they don't give he didn't give a fuck going up the pitch. He just wanted to stay back and protect the back line. That's why I loved Matic so much, and that's why this fan base is concussed because they all hated Matic because how slow he was. No, he actually made us a lot better. So good in that midfield. But anyways, I'm not hearing this Palmer Bruno bit bullshit, man. Off the ball, Palmer plays like a midfielder. Bruno plays like a fucking I don't know. Pluto in our planet system doesn't exist. Bruno plays like he's on Pluto. Like it's actually fucking wild. And you know what? I'm not looking forward. I feel so sorry for my missus tomorrow, and for all the United fans, because when I'm there, I'm probably like nerd, and I don't fucking stay quiet in that stadium. I'd roar at my fucking captain. I'd say, track your fucking man tomorrow. So I'm not looking forward for tomorrow in Bruno's case. But just back to the Chelsea thing, we're comparing Neto to fucking Diallo. Yeah, that's a good battle. Neto, Diallo, it's a good wee battle there. Their left side's very weak, so I'd give you that. So I think we have a better left wing in Cunha. I think Cunha can play left. I mean, Gittins, I never made this kid, even though I've seen him at Borussia Dortmund a lot, but he just doesn't offer as much quality as like what previous players have offered in the past for Chelsea. And then with striker, man, I mean, it's back to this Dorgu thing again. Like Sesko's only just started, man. Like we can't really put too much pressure on the kid, man. So and then João Pedro had an unbelievable season for Brighton last season, man. So look, man, we cannot. We are unqualified, as Musa was said. We're unqualified to talk about fucking Chelsea's team, man. No chance.
Look. To be honest, he does. Luana did make fair points. In terms of us, we still yet to see what we can really do if we actually pick a balanced team and actually put a good system behind that. I think going back to the basics, like I said, it would have heavily enhanced us in terms of we don't. I don't think we even we getting 50% out of these players. To be honest, I really don't think we are. These guys look terrible, man, and I feel like they're at the point where they don't even. At this point, that it's not like they're not playing for the manager. I think they just do not believe in what he's trying to do. So, in the sense, they don't like that affects your performance, whether you want to actually try and play or not. In psychologically, it really does. So, in the sense, we've still yet to actually see what these guys can do if we actually start picking the right team, start playing consistently. Build partnerships, because we haven't done that anyways in any part of the pitch if you think about it, except for defense. That's why we look so solid, a bit more solid in defense. It's just that the problem is we don't have. There's no midfield balance. There's absolutely nothing right there in the midfield. So our defense actually, it makes our defense look absolutely bad, and it leaves them so much exposed. So you look at our front three. I mean, Cunha, Mbuemo, and Sesko is still coming around, right? so we can't really, put a stamp on that yet. Cunha and Mbeumo should be, I mean, I feel like in a 4-3-3 formation, they
Yeah.
would be killing. So for me, if we can go back to the basics with a three-man midfield, try and find a balance midfield there just to get us through this season, because this ownership is stupid for even neglecting the midfield anyways. Try and find a balance, and then try and get a few signings in. I don't think we're that bad. We're extremely that bad. We need a bit more depth. If we can get depth and we can sort out the balance of the team as well, and we pick the right system, I think we're looking at a team that can easily be seventh or sixth. Because I look at other teams, we're not far off. We're not really that far. As bad as we are right now, if we can raise our game and we can compete with almost everyone in the league. When we
Yeah.
raise our game, we can. So it just shows you that it's all those factors, those factors that need to be mitigated around. I feel like that's what makes us think that these players are actually that extremely bad. Okay, I don't for by all means am I not advocating for me saying, Bruno Fernandes is this great player and all that, but he wouldn't look extremely this bad as himself as well. If we have to be fair, he would not be looking this bad if it wasn't for the system. I don't like the player, by the way. I don't like the way he plays. He gives away the ball way too much. He's so chaotic. But if you have players like that, you need to still find a way to cover for their deficiencies. That's what we call managing or coaching in a way. So Amorim, that's why I said Amorim is a gunner, because he still hasn't figured most of these basic things. And how long is he into the job right now? So yeah, the writing's on the wall with me with regards to that. But we need to seriously sort out the personnel as well. But I don't think it's 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 as diabolical as what people think it is, because when you really sit down and analyze it deep down, you realize that there's no way Newcastle's got a better team than us. Let's not lie to
Oh
ourselves. They do
no, no,
not.
yeah,
But
man.
they are far away. They're far ahead in terms of team cohesion, in terms of performances, in terms of the system, in terms of building partnerships. So you factor those things in, you add them to Manchester United, where obvious automatically we're a much more better side. So it's those things you have to sit down and think about, and that's what makes me angry at some point, because it's like we have these things, but it's like we're throwing them, to the side, and we just like ignoring them that they are there. So yeah, man. I mean,
When when it comes to, I mean, you said some really good points, Lasso. I think the balance and like I think most of I know 100% like especially the attack, some of the defenders. Like I rate Euro. I actually don't mind Delit. I don't mind Martinez, obviously considering he's injury prone. I like Mazarawi. Obviously we have to see about Le Mans, see how he gets on. The defense, I agree. I think the system's making them look bad, especially the attack as well. I mean, man, I was so aghast for Mbumo, Cunha, and Sesko too. So, like I said, man, like the forward line and the defensive line, like where we are making them look bad. But I'm not hearing when it comes to the midfield, man. I'm just not. So we've actually in years, people say, play a three-man in the midfield and see if it makes sense or any of that. We've already seen it. We've already seen it, man. Like since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we've tried the three-man midfield, but people see it as, I see it in a way as it's a two-man midfield we played in the past, because we play with two holdings and then one advanced, whereas it should be three holdings and like three just going up together really, or going sitting back. But um like I said, man, even if Amorim goes tomorrow, at the end of the day, people, I can't, apologies if the people obviously get annoyed because I have this agenda on them. I've made a promise that I'm not going to have an agenda on a player anymore, because
Mm.
it's just this player. I see football, lots of people see football like just scoring goals, like what you could do on the ball, but I see it off the ball too, man. It's about defending your team shape and positioning. And like I said, man, like, if if any coach comes in, man, Bruno's here to stay. Bruno's our captain. Bruno's our poster boy. Bruno will always be in the 3-man midfield. And if he's in a 3-man midfield with Kobe Mainu or Casemiro, say if they're the three, that's probably people would say that's probably our ideal midfield. We are going to lose midfield battles, and I fucking promise you that. Even though I love Kobe Mainu, I think Casemiro, yes, he's coming towards the end of his career, but like him, Mainu, and even Ugarte, then it's a different story. I will definitely be on the same page as you, Lesso, because I actually think with Ugarte, yes, he's not the player everyone loves, but see off the ball, he does his job. And I actually like players, especially if you're trying to like build a system to get you through to the rest of the season. I'd rather have a player who's a fucking destroyer and actually just gets into players and actually can take a tackle than players that don't stay in their position and they run around like a headless chicken. So, if Bruno Fernandes wasn't here or even Mason Mount, I'm bringing Mason Mount into this because I don't think Mason Mount's a left mid or a left winger in a 4 and a back system. I think Mason Mount's the same positioning as Bruno in the 10. So I'm bringing Bruno and Mount into this, man, because they're the only 2 10s I see going forward. So we're just thinking we've only got 2 number 10s for the rest of the season. If them 2 weren't there, then it's a different story. I actually do have so much confidence in going into the rest of the season with Casemiro, Ugarte, and Kobe Mainu because them 3 as a whole, that's balanced. They might not be good quality, but it's balanced. You actually might not win a lot of. We actually might not lose all the time in the midfield. We actually might control the midfield a lot with them 3. But with Bruno or Mount in it, we're just not going to be anywhere near that level, man. So look, at the end of the day, people, I've said it so many times, just get Amorim through the rest of the season and they sack him at the end of the season. But I need Mount and Bruno, them two 10s gone. We can't be going forward. In modern day football, we cannot be going forward with number 10s that can't do the defensive role or team shape role. We've already seen struggles with Liverpool, with Wirtz. Every time when Wirtz comes off the pitch, Liverpool look prime again. We've seen it with what's the other team? Not Arsenal, fucking Spurs. Even Spurs' midfield, their midfield's absolutely rock solid. And this is why Thomas Franks, you coach them so well. But see, when Maddison plays, it's a different kettle of fish. They just look like the Spurs we all know. Like, so at the end of the day, people, it's just about balancing that midfield. And if you get rid of Amorim and Bruno Fernandes is still here, it's done. It's just done. We're just not going to get anywhere unless them 2 go, Mount and Bruno. Just can't build around a system with 10s. You just can't.
Ben, we shouldn't let our hatred for
Hold on, Luana. Hold on. Big up people. Keep liking the video. We're shadow banned. This is how we beat it. Like the video. That's what we're asking you to do. Big up Tactical Devil. Big up Jarvis. Hope you well.
Big up Jarvis.
Kumbaye was supposed to join us, but he had an emergency come up. So yeah, big up to Kumbaye if he's watching.
Big up Andrew as well.
We're gonna pick the 11. We're gonna pick the 11 that we think he should play. We don't pick whatever we want to pick, Windy, because there's no point. So we guess who's gonna pick. That's what we do. We got Ugarte right last week. I must say we definitely got Ugarte right, but we got Zirkzee wrong last week. But let's get into it. Listen, saying everything we said about Chelsea, much in terms of their development further ahead of Manchester United, better midfielder. Their midfielder, their wing back, their fullbacks, their centre halves are horrible. Centre halves are terrible. Their goalkeeper is iffy, even though he's been on form recently. Their centre half are woeful. They're not that great.
No.
The left back is really good. Cucurella, man. He was the guy that set up the goal that won Spain the Euros. He's solid, man. Gary Neville chat his shit about my guy. My guy must watch that every time he goes out on a football pitch. He's solid. He's really solid. But yeah, in midfielders and the attacking options they have, don't even compare. Nobody can even go anywhere close. The players have so much fluidity. What they can bring off the bench, even though now Delap is injured, the fluidity and the connectivity between their midfield and attackers. 100%. And the wingers, they've got how many wingers? God, they can bring on 10 wingers. They can play 11 wingers. But people, saying all that we said about Chelsea, their record at Old Trafford is abysmal. This might not shock you, but I'm going to tell you. In the last 12, 13 years, they've not beaten us at Old Trafford. Last time they beat us was Fergie, when we won the league, and we already won the league. We already won the league, and then they beat us at Old Trafford. So that's their last win. 12 years ago is their last win at Old Trafford. This game has the most draws than any other game that I know. But anyway, let's get into the notes. Manchester United are unbeaten in their last... Get ready for this.
No.
Manchester United are unbeaten in their last 12 Premier League home games against Chelsea, winning 5, drawing 7. Since the 1-0 defeat in May 2013, indeed, Chelsea's win rate is 18% at Old Trafford. In the Premier League, 6 out of 33 is their lowest away to any side they have visited 10 times plus within the competition. After their 1-0 win in May, Chelsea are looking for successful league victories over Manchester United for the first time since winning 3 in a row from November 2009 till March 2011 under Carlo Ancelotti. The Blues 2 wins in their last 3 Premier League games versus the Red Devils. Drawn 1 are as many as their previous 17 beforehand. Winning 2, drawing 9, and losing 6. Chelsea versus Manchester United is the most drawn fixture in Premier League history, finishing level 27 times. 14 of those draws have come at Old Trafford, with Everton against Spurs at Goodison Park the only fixture in a specific venue to be drawn more often in the competition. 17. Manchester United have won 2 of their last 3 home Premier League matches, losing 1. As many in their previous 11 Old Trafford combined, winning 2, drawing 2, and losing 7. They're looking for the consecutive home league victories within the same season under the same manager for the first time since December 2023 under Erik ten Hag. So last time we won 2 games at home was under Erik ten Hag, December 2003. What does that tell you? 2 games in a row. God, this is how shit we are. Only Manchester City, 8.5, have a higher expected goals total than Manchester United, 8.3 so far in the Premier League season. However, only Burnley, 9.4, and Aston Villa, 7.4, and Wolves, 7.2, have a higher XG against than the Red Devils, 6.9. So we concede a lot. We are conceding a lot of chances. That's what it's telling us. But we're not creating any clear chances. The only clear chance we've created is the goal that we scored from open play. And the other one, before that, was that Bayendia long ball to Cunha, 1-on-1. Despite scoring only 5 times, Manchester United have had 94 shots in their last 4 home Premier League games, attempting at least 20 in every game. They last had 20-plus shots in more Pacific League games as Old Trafford. At Old Trafford between March and September 2012 under Sir Alex Ferguson, 8 in a row. Well, we're not doing that now. Brian Burma has been involved in 6 goals in 7 Premier League appearances against Chelsea, 3 goals, 3 assists, all while playing for Brentford. But of all these goals involved, it came at the Stamford Bridge. It's just a joint most goals assist against single opponent, with none coming at home, soiled by any player in the Premier League history. No player has been involved in more Premier League goals this season for Chelsea than João Pedro, 5, 2 goals and 3 assists. The Brazilian also scored 3 goals in his first 5 games against Manchester United in the competition. Against no side has he scored more. So, yeah, look forward to that. Bruno Fernandes could make 200 Premier League appearance in this match. The 28th player to reach that milestone for Manchester United. He has 51 assists for the Devils, with only David Beckham making more. His first 200 for the club, 62. Manchester United, Bruno Fernandes creating most chances of overall 14 from open play, 10 in the Premier League this season, but has yet to provide an assist. Teammate Matheus Cunha, meanwhile, has had more shots on target without scoring than any other player, 5. So that's where we're at, people. That is where we're at. And by the way, the team news-wise is saying that team news-wise, what they're saying is that Cunha and Cunha is in the squad, and so is Mason Mount.
That is a problem, though. Why are they rushing them back? Cunha is a hamstring. Hamstring should take at least a month, right? Am I?
Yeah.
No, it's a muscle injury, so it should take a little bit more. Does it look like he's being rushed back?
Yeah.
So
wow. Sorry, Nurdin. Lamins isn't all that goalie either. We have terrible goalkeepers. Well, he's not played yet. Let's get some of these super chats. Big up to Dillian. Big up challenging Rants. People disagree with him. Listen, Rants has got really, really good football knowledge. I fundamentally disagree with him and every other panelist on a man them about where Manchester United are in terms of football structure. And that's what I believe. I think these guys gaslight us. Ineos are gaslighters, and so is the Glazers. Glazers have been gaslighting me for 20 years, bro. Trust me. And I study these people more than most people do. So Alex Ferguson's role in the Glazers, I can never say that word. I can't never say that word.
No, then I have a question regarding that, regarding the Glazers and the Ineos.
Let me finish reading out the super chat. So Alex Ferguson's role in the Glazers acquisition is terribly exaggerated. It took the Glazers over 2 years to go from 3%, 30% than buying out Merton managers. That's not true, bro. That's not true. Manager and McManus are not selling to the Glazers like that if it wasn't for the fallout of the Rock of Gibraltar. Ferguson was the last stamp. Yes, I agree with you. Man UFC 14. I agree with you that they were already recruitment shares, because that's the risk you take when the Edwards have put Manchester United up in the New York Stock Exchange, which I think is a terrible idea, because you're always going to be open to be bought by some absolute vultures. So the Rock of Gibraltar fallout tipped the scales, my friend. So yeah, their record is not that. What are you going to say?
No, when it comes to that subject about Sir Alex Ferguson and the Rock of Gibraltar, actually, the Magnus partners were planning to submit a bid to buy Manchester United as a whole. That's what they were planning to do, because they were planning to squeeze out, to give more power so they can squeeze out Sir Alex Ferguson out of the role of a manager, because they didn't have the executive decision to fire him. So when they launched that, they hired that private investigator to investigate Sir Alex Ferguson. And when they come up with all the findings about his transfer dealing, the nepotism, everything going on, and they submit the result of those investigations to the Manchester board, not only did they not get an answer, that's the point where Sir Alex Ferguson remotes everybody, the fan base. And if you watch, I watched the interview of Sir Alex Ferguson saying that he didn't do anything wrong, but the finding were the finding. So eventually, the whole fan base thought that the Magnus partner were trying to literally fire Sir Alex Ferguson. They went against these guys and kicked them. They literally kicked them out of the club. If it was not for that issue between Sir Alex Ferguson and the Magnus partners, they will have 100% ownership of the club. There's no way the Glazer will acquire the club.
Yeah, we can say that. But listen, let's look at the game tomorrow. This is all written and thought over by for a long time. Sorry, Nurdin, Lamin's and all that. Big up to everybody. Nurdin, did you hear that we're 1 billion in debt? We're 1.2 billion in debt, bro.
Yes.
We're over $1 billion in debt, and nobody's talking about it. Nobody talks about it. Nurdin, chat to me about the rumor, another cliche. Oh God. We had a man sent off in the first half of the game And I told you that Serie A business is not even all that. It's working man's football. We'll see when they come up against a proper team. Do you
the question I have to you,
Barada signing, could this make Amorim go to play? Yeah, maybe. I'll go around the panelists. Go ahead, answer that question. Maybe.
Go ahead, Luani.
Do you believe Amorim is a Wilcox Barada signing?
That's yeah. I think it's a club signing. You know, and you've seen them. They've actually, you know, made a couple of signings that aren't really, you know, specified for the manager. It's more or less for whoever is gonna be here, even if the manager leaves. So I think it is a club signing, and you can tell some of these players don't. Amorim doesn't even want to play them, you know, and that's kind of like it's the most obvious thing that you can tell that this is not who the manager wanted. So yeah, it is what it is.
This is definitely a club signing, man, because if you haven't already seen the Le Mans interview when he first became a United player, he said he hasn't even met Ruben Amorim yet. So like that there itself tells you that Ruben Amorim didn't want him, and he wanted Martinez. So yeah, man, it's definitely a club signing in my opinion.
When it comes to that subject, let's put everything in chronology. These things didn't start with Erik ten Hag. You remember when Erik ten Hag was going to get fired? Omar Barada was the one that wanted Ten Hag gone, and Jim Ratcliffe and his other partner were the one that extended his contract. Now, I believe Omar Barada overreacted, and Amorim was essentially an Omar Barada's hiring. That have nothing to do with Jason Wilcox, because Dan Ashworth was still here doing the job of Jason Wilcox and Vivell when Amorim was brought in. You know, as soon as the relationship broke between Dan Ashworth and Omar Barada and Amorim, that's when Dan Ashworth was fired and Vivell and Wilcox were brought in. So this signing is only an Omar Barada overstepping his expertise, because his job is not to hire a manager, and he went and brought in Amorim against the recommendation of the Dan Ashworth. So
yeah.
The question I have for you concerning the email.
Bro. What I'm trying to say is Sir Alex Ferguson wasn't the only factor, not the biggest one. It was £1 billion business. It could have easily sacked him. No, listen. We see it differently, innit? People see it differently. I'm just saying to you that the fallout between the two co-owners, biggest shareholders at Manchester United, and Ferguson over the horse called the Rock of Gibraltar, cemented the Glazers here, opened the door for the Glazers to take over Manchester United. Facts. And nobody can deny that. It's written, bro. That's the history. And if you watch it, Fergie was trying to play clever, and Martin Edwards, well, both of them were like, no, we don't, this is a hostile takeover, we don't agree with this. Watch the interviews before the Glazers took over Manchester United. I think Lamings was signed second goalkeeper. Yeah, but we should have signed an experienced goalkeeper as well. I said it. I said that. We should sign an experienced goalkeeper, so Lemons as well, other than having Bindia and Onana, who are both terrible. Let's be real. It's a big problem. Owners buy players. Managers do not as only purpose to show power, but who rules the club is not the manager. That's Ineos show power. Bring bad players. Yeah, well, we could say that. But people, let's pick the team. Let's pick the team. Let's pick the team. Let's pick the team, people. Because last time we got some wrong or we got some right. But let's pick the team, guys. Let's pick the team. Who are we picking this week, people? Who are we picking this week? Who are we picking this week, people? Who are we picking this week?
To be fair, I got I knew I was gonna go for Sesko. You know, in that game. You know.
Yeah, you got it right. You did. To be fair, you did. Right. Goalkeeper again, people.
Wrong formation, my friend. God, I wish we played this formation.
Okay, let's go to the right formation.
The second one to the beside the letter, 2 letters. A. Yep. There we go. There we go.
I believe tomorrow is all going to be about matchups anywhere on the field. So because Sesko started last game and he didn't get any service or he didn't perform well, depending on if you rate him or not, he will be on the bench for this game, and Xerxes will start. And also Xerxes will start because we will need more numbers in the midfield.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is love for Luke Shaw. It's just pissing me off so much, man. Because I actually would love Lenny Euro to play in the left centre back role. I think Lenny Euro's been absolutely phenomenal at left centre back role. And then I would actually play Maz in where Euro is. I think Maz has played really solid where Euro is.
I think he'll keep it. He'll keep it to delete Euro and Luke Shaw because tomorrow, trying to look at what Maresca will do, he'll definitely stack up the midfield. He have the system for that. He have the personnel for that. If he choose to go with a back four of um Chalaba, Gusto, Cucurella, and Fofana, if he choose to go that way, he'll probably invert Cucurella and he'll play Palmer on the right wing and invert him as well. That will leave that whole flank open for Gusto to go up and down, and you, yeah. But if Rhys James is starting, then I guess Rhys James would be the one inverting on that side, and he will leave Cucurella wide to defend. Either way, he will have 3 defenders to negate our wing play.
Jordan,
Okay,
are you sure he'll start Ahmad and Mazraoui tomorrow? Do you not think he'll do Mazraoui and Dorgu like what he did at City? No?
No.
No?
I think Bruno will start on the left tomorrow.
No chance.
In the left end.
So who starts in the 2 in the midfield?
In the 2, that will be Casemiro and Ugarte.
Good. Yeah, actually, yeah. Not bad shout.
Yeah, it's gonna be super safe. We know
Not
this.
what I want, but I think that's what he will do.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Because he have to shoehorn Bruno into that team. Either way, he already tried the double pivot with Bruno and Ugarte. It didn't work. Bruno and Casemiro will be a disaster. So he will have to move him to the left as a decoy, and he will go back to Ahmad and Mbomo on the right hand side as wing back and 10 to just to keep that partnership.
Oh, it's not I, it's E. There we go.
Think that's the team tomorrow?
I mean, I would swap me personally, Maz for Dorgu, and then Shaw for Heaven.
No, I'm talking about the team tomorrow. Oh, are you taking the pick?
Yeah.
That's what we're predicting. We're predicting the team here.
No, he's not starting Minu, Nerdin. Come on, man. Come on. He's starting Ugarte tomorrow. There's no way he starts Manu tomorrow. There's no way. No chance.
So the team that I'm picking tomorrow.
Even after that good cameo against City.
He did, Nerner, but at the end of the day, he's, I don't believe, in my personal opinion, I don't believe Bruno's going to start in the 10. I do think it'll be Xerxes and then Sesko up front. This is what I think Amorim would do. I still think Amorim will die by his own words by playing Bruno in the 2. And like I said, he always kept saying that he's up against Mr. Manchester United and Bruno Fernandes, Kobe Manu is. So he will not start Murden. I'd be shocked if he starts tomorrow. I'll be gassed. I hope he does start tomorrow, but no, not for me. I don't think he will.
If he starts Xerxes in the 10 tomorrow, That means that that means Xerxes is in the 10, Sesko as a striker, Mbomo and Ahmad on the right flank. That's too much. That's too much of an attacking lineup for Amorim, especially that Bruno will be on that pitch as well. All the players that are just mentioned by name, that's 6 players that will not be inclined to defend. So I don't think he's gonna go that way. This manager is a bit too pragmatic, and he's going to be afraid to get embarrassed tomorrow. So I think that either one or Xerxes or Sesko will start. So that will be Xerxes because Sesko didn't perform well last game. So Xerxes will start. He will drop Xerxes in that middle just to match the fact that Maresca is going to drop Joao Pedro in the middle as well. So we can have the numbers. And Dogu will start. Dogu should actually start on the left side as the wing back. And I think that will give us a little bit more solidity on that side of the pitch because we're going to have to deal with either Cole Palmer dropping in that channel. What's his name? Reece James also exploiting that channel. Or if Reece James doesn't start, that will be Gusto that's going up and down. So we need that area to have a good combination. So I'm going for Luke Shaw and Dogu on that side as starters.
I'm very shocked that you said about Sesko, man. I thought Sesko was quite good at even though the whole team was shit. I thought Sesko was probably the only spark we had in that. Well, and Mbumo. But Sesko had, he kept control of the ball. There's a few one touches there, man. Like, that's a lot more than what we've seen with,
No, I rate him. I rate him. If I was the manager, I would start him. But I just don't think Amorim is a bit risk adverse. If he's waiting for a reason to bench Sesko, the fact the last game is the reason that he will bench Sesko this game because he hasn't seen anything to hang out to.
Let's go around. Who agrees or disagrees with this team?
Luana, you go first.
Is you saying disagree about what is that what Amorim is gonna pick, or is that what I want on the pitch? Can somebody else go first? Let me just take the time.
So you go next.
I'm looking at.
Okay. Yeah, I disagree. We know that he's not gonna pick Kobe Maino. I think he'll go more with Dogu as well, more than Mazarari there. I think the back three is I think we're all gonna agree with that one. More or less the back four with the goalkeeper. So yeah, it's the midfield. I think it's gonna be Bruno in the midfield. I don't think Bruno will ever be in the 10. I think it'll be Bruno in midfield alongside either Ugarte or I think alongside Ugarte. And then up front, I think it will be Ahmad, and I don't think we'll start Cunha because Cunha is just coming back from injury. So it could be Ahmad and in the 10 as well as Mbuemo supporting either Zexia or Shesko.
For me, are you asking this question, Nerden, on the basis of Amorim's choice, or are you asking the basis of like my choice?
No, Amorim's choice. That's what we're not choosing. We're all going to choose different teams. We're looking at what Amorim's going to do.
Yeah, I disagree. There's no chance this player starting tomorrow. Kobe Mainu. I don't think Mazarawi would start on the left. I think it'll be Dorgu. And just hold your horses, people. I don't even know if Ahmad's gonna start tomorrow, man. I was shocked that Ahmad. Sorry, not Ahmad. Oh fuck, who was it? So I was shocked that when I seen Mazarawi and Dorgu play as the wing backs. And yeah, man, I don't know. I really don't know. I personally think he'll go with Bruno and Cass in the midfield, and then I think he'll go with Xerxes, where Bruno is, and then I do think he'll start Sesko up front. But Luke Shaw, I mean, I'm looking at that man as well, man. I can't believe he'll be starting tomorrow, bro. It's gonna be a fucking pain watching him tomorrow, man. Especially when I've had a few drinks down my mate. I'm gonna be really, really angry with that guy tomorrow. I'm just glad. I'm just glad that you're not beside me tomorrow, Nerd. I'm just glad because of this.
So you think Sirski's gonna start tomorrow?
Yeah, I do think he will. Or could be Mason Mount, for fuck's sake.
I disagree with the lineup too. When it comes to Amorim, I think he's a coach that's pretty set in his ways. The rigidity with which he views the lineup will prevent him from trying to introduce any fluidity in the lineup. So Mazarawi, we haven't seen any partnership between Mazarawi and Luke Shaw, never before. So I don't think that he's a creator. Amorim is a creator of habit. He's not gonna do it now. So Dogo, watch for Dogo to start. Kobe Mino will not start because he made it clear that Kobe is fighting for a spot uh, between between him and Bruno. He's fighting for a spot, and Bruno will be in that lineup. I just believe that for once he'll try to tweak. The pressure is getting on him, and he'll try to tweak something, and that tweak will be in the form of Bruno playing on the left 10, and yes, Sesko will not start tomorrow. That will be Xerxes. Because if Xerxes and Sesko both start, that means that Bruno is going in a double pivot. And we will have
How do you remove the player? How do you remove?
It's simple. Go down. No, stay in menu. Stay in menu. Go down. Remove.
It's not.
Yep, and then Xerxes. There we go. I know it's hard to get used to, but when you get in the groove, it's.
I don't think Sirski's starting tomorrow. I really don't think.
You don't know? Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
He has to, but because though if he doesn't start Xerxes tomorrow, that midfield is gonna be controlled by Chelsea. They have too many players that are versatile enough to drop into that midfield and become playmakers. We're not talking. We look at the Enzo Fernandez' ability to pass the ball is underrated. Same thing with Cole Palmer.
Even
Reece James.
This game is definitely gonna be like Fulham in terms of not obviously quality wise, like Chelsea and Fulham are obviously two different teams. Chelsea's light years ahead of Fulham, but Chelsea's basically just gonna say to Reece James or Cucurella, come into the midfield, man. Come in and then just stack that midfield, and then they're just gonna destroy us, man, in that midfield. So like I said, Xerxes and Sesko starting tomorrow is actually crucial because Xerxes actually does help out a lot in the two-man midfield. He does drop in a lot and help them out. With Bruno in the 10, it's he's just not going to do his job at all, man. Not 10. So I hope Xerxes starts tomorrow. I really do hope. And I do hope he gives Sesko another start because I actually did see a lot of bright spells with Sesko in the derby, man. I see a lot more potential in this kid, man, the more I see him play. I'd hate him to start Cunha tomorrow, though, people, and Mount. He can't be rushing in, people back in injuries, man. Like, you play what you have, man.
He's not gonna be the first coach if he does, and he won't be the last coach.
Facts, yeah, agree.
These coaches do crazy things when they're under pressure.
Yeah. And I think it's like people are going to criticize me and say this, but I think starting Le Mans tomorrow, like as much as the Old Trafford crowd will be all behind Le Mans, but it's just such a massive game for Amorim. It's a massive game for the United fans too. I just think it's so much pressure on the kid. Like our next home game is Sunderland. That's the perfect game for Le Mans. Perfect game. Just eases off the pressure, and then we've got Brighton after that. Like that's perfect, absolutely perfect for Le Mans to kickstart his career. As much as I hate Bayindir, though, as much as I hate him.
Question for you, Ben, is if Xerxes is starting tomorrow, do you expect him to drift into the midfield from the left flank?
Off the ball, when Chelsea are trying to play it from the back, I do see a lot, especially when Ten Hag was the manager. Xerxes actually played that striker role in Ten Hag's system. Very, very good, man, because he kept dropping and dropping and dropping. This is obviously when we didn't have the ball. But yeah, I do think Xerxes is probably off the ball like one of the best tens we have in this team because he just constantly drops and helps out the midfield so much, man. I don't know whether you see that Nerdin too at the stadium. You can actually see Xerxes actually, you actually do sometimes see Xerxes beside fucking Casemiro and Bruno at times because he's dropped that much into the midfield to help them out. We've seen it, especially people go and watch it, especially at Anfield away, Liverpool. Xerxes was unbelievable. Yes, it was Bruno Fernandes was man of the match, but Xerxes was unbelievable because he helped out the midfield so much.
Now we
Yeah.
talk about the team, the team and the players. What approach do you guys think Amorim should take tomorrow? Should we attack them? Should we low block them? Should we high press them? Or should we just sit in a mid block?
No, if I'm Amorim tomorrow, I'll just say my 2 pence. If I'm Amorim tomorrow and I know I'm on the verge of getting sacked, like people are gonna be mad for me saying this. Yeah, take it to them. Attack. Just attack them. You're at home. The crowd's behind you. The crowd, it will always help you. We know what the Old Trafford crowd's like. Take it to them. If I see if I see a fucking low block or letting them have the ball, man, I'm just gonna be fucking fuming, man. I'm gonna be absolutely fuming tomorrow. I hope he doesn't do that, man. And a lot of people would say play the mid block and like let Chelsea have the ball. To get a result. Man, I'm as much as Amarin wants results, but I'm not watching football just based off of results, man. I want performance. That's that's how I see it. What about you guys?
No, bigger. I actually agree with that.
Yeah.
And I was actually angry with the fact that we also didn't do the same against City because
Yeah, facts.
that game was there for the taking. To be honest, guys, we
Facts.
act like City was amazing as well in that game. They didn't even have to get through their first and second gear. So if we go into these games because we know that it's two big teams that go out, that it's one of those games, and both teams will be a bit nervous. Chelsea are under pressure; they're expected to beat us. Um, we, on the other hand, nobody expects us to win any games. Yes, the manager may be under pressure, but this is a game where we can, we should be starting on the front foot. I don't know why we never ever do that, and it's always the case where we have to wake up, react after being after conceding or something of that sort. We're never the ones who take games to people from the get go or start well. It's very rare for us to actually start well, to start games very well. So if we can start well, and that builds up confidence. That gets the crowd behind you, and all of a sudden, Chelsea are the ones who are now panicking and trying to find something, and they can make mistakes. That's when you can maybe try and your low block, because you know that they're gonna try and come in and try and get back into the game. So that's my approach. But I know this guy is not gonna do that. He's pragmatic first, so he's going to do that until he gets sacked. And I think we we just need to make, like I say, we just need to make peace with that. So yeah, we'll be lucky if Chelsea. Obviously, Chelsea have a bad defense, so that's something we can exploit. Regardless of the situation. So I'm just hoping. At this point, we're hoping. It's just hope and see if this guy's gonna do what we're saying he's gonna do. But yeah.
Well, let's look at the weapons that we have. I believe if we want to play to the strength of our team, um, we should set up a mid block and try to retrieve the ball and just launch the attack through the flank, just like the Amorim system design. Ahmad Diallo, the combination of Ahmad Diallo and Umbomo on that right hand side. I'm looking at that matchup with Kukurea. If Kukurea start, I know he can defend. So I think we can get some change from that right hand side. Um, if anything, Maresca will have to move Cancedo a little bit in that flank to help defend that channel. But if we focus on that area, I think we can get some change. Now you can talk about all game, all competition, depending on how you view everything. The game that Chelsea play midweek can be interpreted as a priming game for them because they play elite opposition in Bayern, and that game could serve to prime them up for this game, depending on how you want to view it. Some people can say that, hey, you know what? They just play a midweek game and intense with elite against elite opposition. So maybe they will have tired legs, but I've seen some of the players also got rested in that game. Some of those players got substitute. They didn't play the full 90 minutes. But regardless of what happened, they'll be ready for us. And given the fact that they just play elite opposition mentally, they will not think that this game is below them at all. If anything, they will come in this game with a complex of uh, superiority, I think. And it's up to us to match that. It's up to us to match the intensity. I know if we can bring in the quality, we can at least match the intensity and give them a game. Hopefully that works out in our favor. So
I genuinely do think that players like Pedro, Palma, Beto, Neto, all these guys, Manchester United give them half a chance. These guys are going to score. I definitely think we're going to concede tomorrow. Unless Manchester United put in a 90 minutes of intense football, I can't see Manchester United winning this game. Most likely, I'd say a loss or a draw. That's how I'm seeing it. But people, get your score predictions in. How are you seeing this game tomorrow?
I I don't I don't know what to say. I would just say 2-2 because both teams have given us pretty boring game and low scoring game in the past. So I'm hoping that this one will be an entertainment. We'll have a lot of entertainment to it, and it will be a good premium Premier League fixture at least. Because it's prime time. It's 12:30 here, and a lot of people will be watching. I hope they will just give the fan their money's worth. But when it comes to the game that we play, when we play City last week, it can also serve because City is an elite opposition as well. So it can also serve to us as a priming game. The only time is that the difference of the lapse of time between that game and this game is too long. So I'm not sure if that will carry over because I'm pretty sure our back three of Euro, Delete and Luke Shaw, they're not sweating it because last week they were facing Haaland, and this week they will be facing Joao Pedro. I don't think they're sweating it. I don't think they're losing any night of sleep. So that could work in our favor as well.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Chelsea are gonna win this game, man.
No, come on, man.
I'm,
Don't do it. Don't do it.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's
I'm
good.
tired.
Good.
I'm tired of predicting us getting draws or getting results, man. I've been getting it wrong for some, and so in this case, I think they'll narrowly win, man. I mean, they're due for a win. If we're being honest, they're due for a victory at Old Trafford. And all things like we've said, we've been breaking records for fun. So, at this point, we're not going to stop breaking records for the wrong reasons, by the way. So, I can see Chelsea, getting their due win. I'm sorry, it is what it is.
Yeah, For me
Your
tomorrow.
score?
Oh, go on, Lesso.
Your score, Lesso?
Your score.
Well, yeah, Chelsea 2-1.
Yeah, big up. For me, I mean, what I'm gonna be doing is more. Don't go out tonight unless you're out away. I say there's trouble on the way. I see the
The
Stratford
Stratford
United.
United.
So do you know what, man? Do you know what? I'm thinking more of a draw, but I really want to be. Man, do you know what? When I go to Old Trafford, man, it's different kettle of fish. Do you know what's crazy? I've went to Old Trafford 9 times, nine or 10 times, right? And most of them have all been the big games. I don't really go to these fucking like small games, man. I really don't. Uh, and do you know what, man? My record's been fucking phenomenal, man. It's actually been really, really good. I've only lost twice, man. It was the City one, which was awful, man. It was when City fucking peppered us. I think it was. What was the score back in the day, nerd? I think it was an under. We lost like I think City put like 5 or 6 past us at OT. I don't know. I can't remember
Yeah,
what
yeah,
year
it
that
was the
was.
last 3 minutes. They scored 3 goals in the last 3 minutes.
Yeah,
3-1
yeah,
down.
that was there, man. It was
We had 10
ridiculous,
men.
man. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go with 1-1. But you know what, man? My head's telling me we'll clinch it tomorrow 2-1. But I'm going 1-1. I'm going 1-1. The more negative,
Okay,
the better.
big up. Amorim'S, couple of quotes coming out from the second part, the embargoed section of Amorim'S presser. So he's saying here, I will change the system. There'll be an evolution, but we need to make all the good steps. If I'm a player and I have a coach who has a lot of pressure, and it doesn't matter if they are all around the world, they're saying you need to change the system in the moment, and they would look at me in a different. So he's scared of the players, how the players would look at him, whether or not to change the system, which is
now
weird.
he's making some sense. Now he's making some sense.
Amorim, everything when you think about the impact the decision is going to have on the team, everything's important. We have the same thing. We have the evolution. I'm doing things my way, and some guys do things the other way. But I will change it. But it will change, and I hope I will have the time to change it. It will change. Amorim asked if Radcliffe is trying to persuade him to change his tactics. No, not once. Not even the Pope. I will not change. This is my job. It's my responsibility.
Not even the
This
Pope.
is
Wow.
my life.
What's going on here? Didn't he just say
So-
he will change? Now he say he will not change.
Just ask 1 second. Amorim asked about buying their number one. No one's guaranteed that spot. Everyone has to fight for that spot. I'm just trying to win matches. I'm trying to find the best option to win the next match. So at the end of the season, the team on the pitch might be different. We're just trying to win matches and make the best connection possible on the pitch. Amorim on the rumours on being contacted by Benfica. No contact with Benfica. I'm the manager of Manchester United until something changes after that. Whether it's next month, tomorrow, or in 10 years, I will rest because I deserve it. No contact and absolutely no. And Jose Mourinho is here. Amorim on Benjamin Sesko. He's taking it all in. Different club. He is a professional and a perfectionist. You can feel that he wants everything for tomorrow, and we have to balance that. You feel that he can do the job. We can talk all things system, and if the ball goes into the box, we win 1 game, then 2. This will change. The important things last year, I said it was clear we cannot play well. We cannot create chances. This year it's different. We can avoid all the goals we are suffering. Yes, let's work on that. And next week. Amorim asked about Marcus Rashford goals for Barcelona. Rasmus Højlund scored. I'm happy for Rasmus also. It's the same thing with him, guys. You're so tough on Rasmus, but he scored also. So let's notice that. Amorim. Amorim, what's aggression? It's the way we sprint towards the box to defend. If every player takes 1 or 2 touches, we have to be more physical, more aggressive. I try to look at the details, analysis. the situation. Ultimately, we have to change our mindset and team because we can win games. Amorim last year, I told you, it was difficult to reach the final third and create chances. It's not the same thing. You can describe the situation however you want. I watched the games without noise, without social media. And of course, it's important fact that we're not winning many games. We're improving. We're close to scoring. We're shooting more. The opponents don't have many chances as last year. At the end, if you don't win, it doesn't matter. That's something we look to change the mentality. So there you go, people. You got a full set. You got the full set of things. But yeah, we'll see tomorrow.
Regardless of what he said, Amorim, the system, the game is won by the players, and the system helped the team dominate or lose the game. Tomorrow is always going to be about the matchups. So when I look at the matchups in terms of our defense, NATO is going to be matched against Lenny Yoro on that flank, on our right hand flank. I like that matchup. And as far as I'm concerned, that's in our favor. Now, if Maresca trying to throw a monkey wrench in it and decide to start Garnacho instead of Neto for obvious reason, then that's a different story, right? But I like that matchup. My concern, though, is Cole Palmer being their playmaker, and Cole Palmer and Joao Pedro, their striker. They're going to be playing very, very close to each other. Maybe even they're going to be swapping positions while dropping deep in the midfield. And when that happens, who on our side is going to be tracking them? Is Luke Shaw going to be following Cole Palmer when he drifts into that midfield from our left side? Or is Amorim going to start Ugarte and just task him like Mourinho did once with Ander Herrera? Just task him to follow Cole Palmer everywhere on the pitch. That is going to be those two, Cole Palmer and Joao Pedro. The way they're going to play tomorrow, I think, will ultimately determine if Chelsea win or if Chelsea take control of that game. Those two I'm looking at.
Yep.
It's going to be very interesting to me. I just see gaps in Manchester United. And if he plays Casemiro and Bruno, we're going to get absolutely destroyed in this game. We're going to get destroyed. Say whatever you want. You can talk about system, whatever system. Talk about systems all you want. If we play Casemiro and Bruno tomorrow, we're going to get absolutely eaten up. They're going to hoover. Chelsea are coming to hoover. They're going to hoover up. And I can see Pedro dropping into the number 10, picking up the whole link in the play, bringing Palmer, Neto, these guys into the game. And I see goals for Chelsea. That's what I see tomorrow. Unless Manchester United, another different team that we've not seen, come out and put in a 90 minutes performance, 90 minutes plus
hope that's my dream tomorrow.
and force Chelsea into errors, do all that, and make sure Ben comes out of that stadium. Absolutely,
we cannot.
I can't even celebrate after like I think our flight's at like I think it was like 8:30, 8:45, so straight after Old Trafford, straight on the tram down to Manny Airport, and then straight home. So hopefully I can. I'll be back for the show tomorrow night.
There'll be a lot of Irish fans going back with you on the.
Oh plane. Yeah, 100%. I'll be enjoying it.
Celebrating on the plane. You like that?
Yeah, I love that. I love that, man. I love that. So just a word of warning tomorrow, people. I might be a wee bit slightly tipsy if we win tomorrow. So just a fair warning.
That's why tomorrow's game, I'm not too worried because Chelsea always seem to be nervous when they come to Old Trafford. We're not the only person that are nervous playing home. They're nervous when they play in our place. They seem to stoop to our level. That's why I'm saying that team, as much as talented as they are, Chelsea, they don't have the know-how. They don't have the experience. If they come and they don't play well, they will lose that game. Contrary to City, City can come not play well and just score 3 goals and move on because they have the experience, they have the know-how. Chelsea doesn't have that, and that plays in our favor because we have a lot of players in our team that have a lot of experience, a lot. Delete, Casemiro, Mazarawi, Luke Shaw to a certain extent, Bruno Fernandes, Mbomo. Those are seasoned Premier League players. So we have that to our advantage. We can win tomorrow.
Yep. Yeah, I think people tomorrow, I think three of the most important things to look out tomorrow in terms of Chelsea and how they're going to play is Cucurella, Reece James if he starts tomorrow, and their first phase of play tomorrow. Because Cucurella or Reece James will be, they'll gradually move into the midfield tomorrow from the fullback.
I've heard that they've got a couple of injuries. I heard that they've got
have
a
they?
couple of injuries from Chelsea squad for the game tomorrow. Let me see.
Share it with us, bro. Yeah. I'd like to see this.
Chelsea squad.
But keep an eye, people, on this Caicedo and Enzo midfield, man. It's just second to none, man. It's unbelievable. See the way Chelsea move out, progress the ball out from the back. Like, the two players always want the fucking ball, man. It's like they actually drop even deeper than they actually go past sometimes deeper than the centre backs, because the centre backs aren't really ball players except for Colwill, and he's injured. He's injury prone at the moment, man. But yeah, I mean, we just gotta take it to them, man, and just see how it goes, man. But I'm interested to see if Garnacho starts tomorrow, people. Do we think Garnacho will start tomorrow? You'd still hear fans. If I hear a fan even say "Viva Garnacho," bro, honestly, man,
yeah, he'll start tomorrow and score a bicycle kick.
I hope you're wrong, Luani.
I just want to say they've called back that Matt Gui, the Spanish striker.
The
Spanish striker from Sunderland, because of the lapsed injury. And he was only asked about if Palmer's going to be fit for tomorrow, and he said yes. But he said one more training session, he's going to see if the rest of the players are going to be fit. So apparently they might have injuries, but I think Caicedo and all those guys are going to play.
It's just a mind game. Just a mind game. I think Maresca himself, his job is on the line. He's under pressure. He has so much young talent. So much young talent. I don't think this year he can afford to finish outside the top 4. Boy is not gonna tolerate that.
Since you're going to be there tomorrow, Ben, what kind of reception are you giving Alexandro Garnacho when he comes on?
Nothing. The only issue I had with Garnacho is his selfishness on the ball and his physicality. That's the only two things I had a problem with. And with Premier League, it's you've got to be physical. I don't give a shit, man, if how young you are. I don't give a shit if you're a winger and you say, "Oh, I don't need to build my physicality because I'm a winger. I'm meant to be quick." No. That's not how modern day football works, man. You've got to, as a youngster, you've got to keep building up your physicality. You've got to keep building up just everything all around your body. But most importantly, like, I mean, people are gonna say, like, I know that I'm gonna expect claps tomorrow, Nerd. I really am. But you know what it is, Nerd, and like, I don't like seeing players in Man United that just keep hold of the ball and they don't fucking pass. And that's what. And Højlund, criticize Højlund everyone wants. Like, I think he's one of the worst strikers we've ever had in history. But even he, like, was so annoyed at Garnacho with his selfishness on the ball. It was just a joke, man. A joke. And the fact that the audacity that he calls himself the next Ronaldo, man, like, and we sang Viva Garnacho, man, like Ronaldo's famous chant, just goes to show about this fan base being concussed, man. We're just so concussed. But would you, Ben Orden? I would give you a question to you and to the rest of the panel. What would you guys do if Garnacho plays comes on tomorrow, or comes out to Old Trafford? Like, what would you do? You clap. Oh, you're mute.
I'll be neutral, to be fair. I've got nothing against him personally.
Yeah, I've just been quiet.
I think Manchester United is a toxic football club, and I think they don't have no developmental plan. They overuse young players, they mistreat young players, and then when they get used to it, they get so hyped. They get shirts, sales. They get all PR. They become part of the PR machine, and then they start to believe the hype. And then once they do that, then you can't put them back in the genie in the box. So I'm neutral. I don't care whether he celebrates. He's no longer a Manchester United player.
Yeah. I don't really care.
Whether he celebrates or whether he respects we're shit. We can't really talk and say anything.
Yeah, we can't, man. That's what I'm saying.
So I'm not going to make it about Garnacho tomorrow. You know what I mean? We're shit.
What about you, Luwani and Lasso?
I'm not going to make it about him. No, I'm neutral, like I said to you, because I'm not like some of these.
Quiet.
I'm not like casual, am I? I'm not these people. I look into everything, and I know what's going on, especially with a young player like him. All we have to do is get him in the next couple of years, bringing him in on substitutes. But as soon as we turned him into this, he starts acting like a prima donna. That's what we created. That's the monsters we create. That's what we created. So me personally, no.
What about you, Luwani and Lasso?
If tomorrow he skin Euro and put in a cross, I'll clap for him. That's fine. If Euro put in a crunching tackle on him, he end up in the stand, I'll still clap. So whether we want it or not, he put his footprint on this club in a beautiful way. Watching the TV last time, they have the classification of the best goal of United, and Rooney's bicycle was number 1. Garnacho's bicycle was number 2. I don't know why they put Ruben Van Persie's volley at number 8, which is an outrage for me. That's the best goal I've ever seen in Manchester scored by a United player. Either way, Garnacho, no hard feeling. He's a young man, and he'll grow up, So
yeah, big up. I do believe there will be some claps tomorrow. Fans, but what about you, Lasso?
Yeah, nah. I also think, I don't think there's any, personal animosity towards the guy, So
Yeah.
I think they will clap. Some of them will clap for him, and I think there's no reaction from me personally, I'm just gonna be neutral as well.
Big up. Big up. Wait, so Northern, you're not gonna be there tomorrow, no? You're on mute. You're on mute, King.
No, then you muted.
I got things to do. I've got things to do. Bro.
Big up, man. Big up.
I've got to do things. Listen, this is the last. We'll end the show with this. I don't know if you can see it. If I put it up, this is the Amorim explaining the Bruno role. I'm gonna have to make a video about this after the game tomorrow. So we'll see. Maybe on Monday, but we'll see. This is Amorim. This is what Amorim said. Amorim on Bruno Fernandes' performance in a deeper role. Bruno wants to have as much freedom as possible.
Wow.
He may not have the same freedom to get into the box, but if he gets close, he can shoot. It's a position where I want Bruno to play deeper in order to have more possession and try to control the game more.
No. You see, this is the problem. This is the problem.
Let me finish.
Bruno wants.
Let's finish. Bruno has never been a guy who controls games in his life. Sometimes we miss him a bit further forward. I try to balance the team and picture the match. I want to feel the best possible 11. Bruno is frustrated because we're not winning matches. Sometimes he prefers to be higher up, but he has an important job to do. What matters most is the team plays well and wins games.
Wow. Oh my God.
Now that bit I agree with. That bit. But Bruno can never be subbed. So even when Bruno's throwing hissy fits on the pitch, right? That's what he's mentioning, hissy fits on the pitch. Why don't you just take him off? Because the captain should not be behaving like that. But this idea for me, this is the line. This is the line about control. I'm like, are you taking the piss? You try to control the game. Like
what you see the word he used, what Bruno wants. Why is it about what Bruno wants? What kind of coach is what kind of coach is this?
But it's been like that with Ten Hag too.
I'm done. He gotta go.
But Lawani, it's been like that. But Lawani,
listen,
it's
the club gave him the contract. It wasn't Amorim, so
and it was Ten Hag too. Even Ten Hag even said it as well. And Ollie says he wants Bruno to play, be more, have more freedom. So it's a constant fucking virus going on with this fucking player,
if
man.
It's the contract. How did Carrick bench him then? How?
Because he was an interim. He's only there for temporarily.
No.
He's only there temporarily, man.
No, I'm done. He have to go. The coach have to go. Bruno has to. What?
This is what I'm saying. And trust me. Nurden wants the Areola. Trust me. If Ruben Amorim gets sacked, he's fucking playing.
We need to find the person. We need to find the person who crafted that Bruno contract.
It's on his contract, man. They got to Jarvis. Amorim's 40 years old. His 3 assistant managers are 29, 30, 46 years old. How can the structure, best in class, allow this? Absolutely no Premier League experience.
Big up, Jarvis, man. That's a good comment right there. That's
but what do you want the structure to do? We want to get the manager. The manager say he's coming with his people. What are we to tell him? To get rid of
No. Listen, talk about why go for him in the first place? If you knew anything and watched anything about Ten Hag's reign, why go for somebody and you're not going to back properly? This football club has never backed a coach properly.
Never.
So why he is dopey and the club are dopey for getting him? Because they know that his system, unless you change the whole 7, we said it, sign 7 players, 6 of them or 5 of them have to be in the starting lineup, and they've not done that. So where it is, but listen, we'll be going for 2 hours straight, people. 2 hours, over 2 hours. We can be here till the cows come home, and the cows are well home. The cows are going to be at Old Trafford tomorrow. Let's see how the cows play. Let's see how they play. But
what Bruno wants. What Bruno wants.
He's Mr. Man United. He's Mr. Manchester United.
Nobody mentions that Bruno Fernandes gets over 300 grand by Manchester United.
He is Manchester United. He's the PR guy. He's the poster
like
boy.
I said to you, he does what he wants.
Facts.
He does what he wants.
This is what I've been saying.
He'll never be subbed.
Yeah, he won't listen to coaches. He will never listen to a coach. He wants his way, not anyone else's way. His way. That's it.
Yeah.
Hence why he is so shit off the ball.
Tom, he only did it for 1 game, bro. That 1 game is not that's not enough data. He done it 1 game, and he's petulant.
Facts. So true, Dave. So true. He's a character.
No,
so he is.
I don't think we'll win the Champions League before we win the league.
No. We'll never get close to that.
We're nowhere even anywhere near. Watch the video I did with Saeed.
Guys, if Bruno was holding the club hostage, why didn't they just sell him and get the 100 million then?
Because they deserve to get sacked, man. Once you keep Bruno, man, that's you. Bye bye. You feel the coach job and getting Amorim in.
Bruno's costing jobs here, man.
Cost them for years.
I won this guy. I told him keep Bruno at your own peril. I knew that this job was done when Bruno was staying here. I knew it.
It's bad.
Yeah. But the fact that to me he's so petulant is so funny. How petulant he is.
Maybe that's why Amorim was talking about when he said there are some things that he can't speak about. Maybe that's what he's alluding to, the contract of Bruno.
But do you know what's crazy, though? In press conferences, Amorim has actually thrown players under the buffs before. But see, when it comes to like the first goal against City, if I'm a coach, I would speak about Bruno being out of position, but he won't. He fucking won't.
No. He went for the second goal and blamed Euro, name-checked Euro.
Yeah,
I've done a video of it. Check the video I did about Bruno and Amorim's big goal in Euro.
Just taking the piss.
Well, Luke Shaw's on the football pitch.
Guys, Jim Ratcliffe, you have one job.
Nah,
Leave.
You have one job.
Leave.
Nah,
Leave.
nah, 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 nah,
Leave.
nah, nah.
Leave.
Why do you
Fuck
think
out of my
you're
club. Get
you
the
were backing
fuck out of
Welcome
my
to the club.
structure.
Get the
You were
fuck out of my
agreeing.
club.
Listen, it is what it is.
Nuruddin,
People-
that is the question I was about to ask you. I said, why aren't you making the difference between Ineos, Vivel, and Wilcox?
No, I don't. All Ineos
No,
are
because
Ineos. I'm not-
Ineos employ these people,
No,
right?
no, I say
No,
Ineos,
Ineos
Vivel, and
employ
Wilcox. Vivel
Yeah,
and Wilcox
Ineos,
have a
En-
they have a pedigree.
They're
They
all
have a
Ineos,
pedigree
Ineos,
in football.
Listen, what pedigree? When we were opening midfield, they have pedigree.
They are not coaching the first thing. They didn't bring
What
in
about
the coach.
coaching?
Ineos. It's
I
all
get
about
the
the coach,
players.
not always.
They
it's not
didn't
always
bring
the
in
coach.
Amorim. They're not going to walk onto that training field and tell Amorim to play a
At
certain
the
way.
end of the
They
day,
didn't bring him in.
Ineos employ Wilcox. Ineos employ Omar Barada. Ineos employ Dan Ashworth. Ineos employ
This,
Vivel.
this
And
is
Ruben
not
Amorim.
Omar
And Ruben
Barada.
Amorim. So do you know
This
what?
whole thing, this whole fiasco is
they
on
got rid
Omar Barada. Let's just tag it
No,
on
no,
Omar
no, no,
Barada.
no, no.
And
It's
let's
Wilcox. It's Wilcox too. Don't let Wilcox off the hook. And Vivel.
No,
They
I'll
are
be
directors
fair.
of football. But Barada is a chief executive. He doesn't only just he just keeps the house, he just watches over what everyone's doing. Really, he's not really involved in these fucking football decisions. Yeah, he's
he
a fucking
appointed
fool, but it's
Amorim. He
Wilcox.
appointed Amorim.
Yeah. So that's
He
his fault.
appointed Amorim. So
Wilcox
it's
is
not,
fault.
it's not the job of Wilcox.
Well, no.
and
Will,
Vidal to
yeah.
fire
So
him.
So Barada deserves to get sacked because he brought Amorim in. Wilcox deserves to get sacked and Vivel for keeping Bruno Fernandes and not getting a midfielder for Manchester United, not for Ruben Amorim, for Manchester fucking United, man. We've been having so many fucking years where we've
They
had
didn't
no
craft his
midfielders.
contract. They didn't craft his contract.
no,
Fernandes' contract was crafted before this guy's walking.
No, man.
Right?
No.
When did Fernandes get his new contract?
When was it?
2 years
last
ago.
season? No, was it like middle of last season?
That was before, wasn't it? Before
When-
this
when
guy's
Ten Hag-
walking.
It was.
I don't know. People.
Listen, at the end of the day,
You can blame them.
Jarvis,
At the end of the day,
Jarvis, 1
It
second.
was.
Jarvis laying it out here about the level of experience of his coaching staff here. One by one, Jarvis has gotten researched, deeply researched. People, make sure you subscribe to Tactical Devils on YouTube. Make sure you watch the show. They did a show last night. Make sure you check that show out straight after here. It is what it is. People, we're live 2 hours and 16 minutes. I've got to go. Love and light, people. Big up
I've
to
got to get on
everyone.
the piss tomorrow, people.
Listen, hey, take it easy. Hey,
What do you mess? What do you
get
mess?
pissed at home. Get pissed at home. You don't know the police in Manchester. They're
No,
a bit
no.
crazy.
Oh, I
Take
know.
it easy. Take it easy, Ben. Get pissed on the plane and on the way taxi home.
I'll have a few. If you're doing a reaction, a video tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the match
Yeah.
reaction, so I'm hopefully I'll be here for the match reaction.
Yeah. Big up.
I
I'll
don't think I'll be
probably
going
be
to the
there.
game tomorrow.
Shout out to Graham Potter, the future coach of United. I see you.
Oh my god, man! Oh my god!
Don't
Great
do that,
fun.
man.
Big up to everybody. Love and light, people. Free Palestine, free the Congo,
Always,
free Lebanon, free Congo,
Always.
free Sudan, free the people, free the land, free everybody, man. All the natural disasters in the world, people are suffering from all sorts in the Philippines and everywhere else. Solidarity
Yemen,
and love for them.
Yemen too.
Hopefully, we want some liberation and justice in the US. Somebody asked me about Charlie Kirk. Listen, I never like anybody being killed or shot or live in front of everybody. I never liked that. But let's not try to paint out that Charlie Kirk was some sort of saint.
He didn't recognize Palestine ever. He didn't even recognize it. He says, "What's Palestine? What is Palestine?" He was actually said this, and he laughed that fucking kids are getting bombed.
But if you ask me who took him out, I think the Zionists took him out. That's just
Facts.
Because that script, that thing that the FBI released is the biggest script. That's like a B movie, Hollywood B movie script.
Honestly, man,
Young people, 22-year-olds don't talk like that. They don't go, my old man. They don't use that word, my old man. Nah, mate, none of that. Anyway, love and light, free Palestine, stop the genocide, end the occupation.
No, Dean, I'm about to
Big
change
up to
my
Eric
name.
Cantona. Big up to Eric Cantona for calling Israel
You're compromising me.
Big up,
I'm
man.
about to change my name.
And here,
But
just to
why
add,
you've not said anything. You've not said anything. Big up to everybody. Bring up South Africa for
Spain as
bringing
well.
it.
Big up to Spain as well.
Ireland, Irish
Spain as
people
well.
standing with the Palestinian people.
Always,
Big
pal.
up to the whole world seeing it. And apparently the death toll now is about 700,000 people they've killed.
Wow, man.
So it is what it is. Even the United Nations, after 2 years later, are saying it's a genocide. Big up to the Spanish government as well for calling it.
Always.
Fuck the Eurovision. Fuck the Eurovision. Big up. Love and light. Take care. Happy anniversary to Ben and his missus.
Oh, thank you, man.
Happy anniversary.
The love. Can't get in the way of young love, people. You can't get in the way of young love.
Yeah.
Take care.
Don't
Love
go
and
tonight unless you're red or white.
There you go. Take care, people. Enjoy Ben tomorrow. Love.
Big up, man.
Good night.